You are now listening to Extracting Wisdom. Here to help you prevent the decay of your future is your host, Brandon Everett.
Welcome back to Extracting Wisdom, the podcast that helps you prevent the decay of your future, get into dental school, crush your D1 year, and ultimately help you get one step closer to your dream career in dentistry. My name is Brandon Everett, and this episode is going to be a fun one. Our guest on today's episode has been on the show before. We have Mr. Nick Maguire. Welcome back to the show.
How's it going, Brandon? Thank you for having me.
Hey, of course. I really wanted to check in with you. I know you're getting close to applying to dental school, and you just went on a really exciting trip that I really want to hear all about. But my first question is, how have you been?
I've been doing good. It's been a busy one. So, yeah, I'm getting ready for the DAT, getting ready to apply. There's a lot of stuff going on, and then lots of trips in between that it's fun, but it's also kind of stressful because focusing.
I totally get that, and I remember that time as well. But first, let's talk about. So you just finished your junior year of undergrad at IU. So how did junior year go for you?
Went really well. GPA is good. Busy time. Got my third letter of recommendation, which is just so nice. It just takes a lot of stress off, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Right.
And, yeah, IU's always good. Having a good time.
So you went to Kilroy's a lot, right?
Oh, God, yes, of course.
Okay, good. Attaboy. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm actually down here this summer just kind of to get away and focus on the DAT stuff. So I've been upstairs quite a bit, too.
Hey, nice. That's awesome. Okay, so where are you staying this summer?
This summer, I'm still in my apartment, which is on, 2nd Street. And then midsummer, I move into a house with a bunch of friends. So
that's going to be awesome. Good way to – yeah, it's going to be an awesome senior year, huh?
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Awesome. So what kind of what classes did you take?
I had genetics. I had anatomy. Mm-hmm. I finished up with sign language, which is cool, but they don't have a minor yet in the program because it's so new.
Do they have a certificate or anything?
Nope.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I've been taking that, but it's not going to go towards much, I guess, whatever. But it's been cool, and I'd like to continue with it.
Yeah.
I had professional dive development, so I can go towards the certificate in underwater resource management, which is cool.
So how's the scuba diving been?
It's been great. I was busy with genetics and stuff. I wasn't able to go on the open water dives with the team this year.
Really? Yeah, I think IU posted some pictures, and I was looking for you on there, but I didn't see you. So
yeah, it wasn't. We did a lot of underwater photography though, which is exciting.
That's neat.
It's pretty cool. I learned how to edit all these photos and how to take them good underwater. So kind of excited for that.
Yeah, dude, that's sweet. That's sweet. In when is it? End of June, early July, I'm going down to Key West. I wanted to go to Quiescence, which is the place IU goes to, right? But I didn't want to have to fly into Miami or Key West and have to drive to the center. So we're just going down to the main island there, and we're going to dive off of with the dive center there, which should be cool. There's some cool reefs and stuff, and they take you 6 miles off the coast. So it's going to be, it'll be very interesting. Hopefully we can see some wildlife and stuff like that.
Yeah. How long are you down there?
I think 4 days, something like that.
Okay, cool.
So
it'll be a good time.
It'll be a good little getaway, and then I still have some time to recoup because I only have 1 week off, and then I'm right back to school.
Really?
So,
wow.
Yeah. So
crazy.
I want to go down there, enjoy the weather, get some scuba diving in, and then be able to chill for a couple days. Back to the madness. So.
Yeah. This Sunday, I'm going down for the Keys trip with the team.
Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah. Are you guys going to that same place?
Yeah, we're going to be in Key Largo. Yep.
Oh, that's sweet. So what kind of things are you guys doing?
We're going to be – so IU has to develop the state I don't know if it's a state park. It's probably a state park. Preservation or something, right? Yeah. Yeah, on the San Pedro and the San Felipe, which are just 1,700 shipwrecks that crashed going from Cuba to Spain. So we're going there to just document, look at the coral growth. They go every year, so just kind of tracking everything as it progresses. So, and then I'm going to be one of the lead people this time because nobody else has been on the trip. Yeah, so, and I've had the underwater photography practice, so I'm actually going to be doing a lot this year.
That's awesome. You're going to be known as the diving dentist.
That's right. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm pumped to get back in the water. It's been too long since
Yeah,
I know we used to go all the time to the pool and
I know.
stuff like that. I haven't had time to do anything like that. So yeah, it'll be nice to do some scuba diving again.
Heck
You know,
yeah.
another thing. Do you golf at all?
Very rarely. I usually
Yeah.
get angry by the 6th hole. I'm just terrible.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into it, and I've golfed a couple times with my brothers, and dude, I suck. I suck so bad. My problem is because I'm coming from baseball, so I try to swing my golf club like a baseball bat, and I need to unlearn and then relearn my swing, but it's fun. I like it. It's kind of
you're trying to get into it for the future.
Yeah. I'm gonna have Wednesday tea times. It's gonna be great. No, but yeah, it's been good. So this summer, big summer for you because you're going to be applying to dental school.
Yes,
what are you most nervous about? What are you most confident about?
Confident level, I've been doing DAT boot camp, and like basically I've been relearning everything with these videos they have, which are awesome. Orgo Chem. Oh my gosh, I use the department is so good because I feel great in that.
Yeah,
everything we're doing in the videos, I feel great about. I remember most of the stuff. I just have to kind of like keep practicing on the reactants, probably. But
that was one thing I was so grateful for from IU is how strong their chem program is, because that was honestly the highest score on my DAT was Orgo, and that was because like they prepare us so well.
Yeah, and they prepare us by not preparing us. They throw us all this information at us, and then we have to learn it ourselves. But it worked out really, really well.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you're confident about that.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think bio and quantitative reasoning are going to be the most annoying for me, just because there's so much information, and I was never good at math to begin with. But
yeah, bio, it's just kind of a hodgepodge. Like you never really know what you're going to be asked, and there's just so many like categories of questions they can ask. So it's just kind of like, do as many practice problems as you can and just do the best you can. I did terrible in my math section. Like not terrible, but like it's the last section of the exam.
Oh yeah.
So so after the PAT and all your science and the chem section and then the what is that, comprehensive reading or whatever it is, like you're mentally drained and mentally exhausted. And the last thing you want to do is math, but you got to get through it. So I understand. It's like high school math, so it's like stuff you haven't done in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. I mean,
yeah, I'm not looking forward to that really, but
yep, you just got to get through those two sections. How are you feeling on the PAT? I know I love DAT bootcamp because their PAT stuff is awesome.
Yeah, PAT is pretty cool. I've been doing the PAT trainer game they have every day. It's kind of like a good way of just kind of getting into the mindset, and then I just do practice problems every day. Top front end is terrible. I think that one's my most hated.
Say that again. Which one?
Top front end.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that one sucks. But I mean, like I can see myself getting better, and then angle ranking, I'll go really good, and then next time I'll just suck. So it's really ridiculous.
Yep. I mean, I've made some videos and stuff on that, and I know you've listened to me talk about that, but don't stare at those angles for too long. That's the thing. Literally the longer you stare at them, the more similar they seem.
Yeah. I've just been bouncing back and forth.
Yeah. That's exactly what you want to do.
Think, yeah.
Yep. That was a tough one. The hardest one for me was pattern folding. I didn't like pattern folding. That one's tough.
Sucks too.
The good thing though, especially about DAT bootcamp, I know I talk about this all the time, and I'm glad you're using it because it's so good. But like, all the PAT stuff is so much harder. At least for the exam that I took was so much harder than the actual PAT. Like
really?
I breezed through it. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So not to say that it's going to be like 100% cakewalk, but I noticed it was a lot easier than what DAT bootcamp kind of the questions that they were asking. So, which is a good thing because you get used to solving all these really complex things, and it's not as complex when you come to the actual exam. So
yeah, I heard that was kind of the same case with the crack the DAT. I have all the math and the science sections for that, and I've heard that generally those are more complex than what I'd see on the DAT, which is good, but also those are really hard. So
yeah. Well, that's good. You're gonna crush it, and you're taking it end of July.
Probably like mid-July, early July. Yeah.
All right. Good.
Yeah, I just wanted. I mean, I studied off and on throughout the school year, and then May, like, for the past 2 weeks, I've been hitting it hard, but like early May, I was in finals, and then I was overseas, so I didn't get to that. So I wanted like 2 months this summer where I could really hit it. So that's gonna be like all of June, half of July, and May, and then I have stuff that I've already prepared for before. So yeah, I'm in the practice problem phase at this point.
So I'm curious, and I'm sure some other people are curious. What's your typical like study schedule, or do you have like a schedule you've laid out for yourself, or you just kind of do a little bit of everything every day, or?
Yeah, so I set it up. I have like this paper right in front of me that I just taped to the wall. I started out like doing the DAT bootcamp schedule, which was really cool and really helpful. They have like this printout thing you can get. So I started out doing that for the first 2 weeks, and I kind of just morphed into my own zone where I wanted to get through all of the chem lessons quickly, all of the orgo-chem lessons quickly. So then I could have all the information like stored in notebooks and stuff, and like I could just refer back to it and then just do practice problems and all this stuff. So what I've been doing is every day I've been hitting 2 sections of either, well, I first did Gen Chem, so I did 2 sections Gen Chem a day, which those were like hour and a half long each. And I'm like pausing the video every time. So that took up a lot of my day.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all my bio flashcards already made, but every day I then focus on a different thing, whether it be, I do the PAT trainer game every day too. But every day I'll do like a focus. So like Mondays, I'll do the chem sections and then do PAT trainer game, stuff like that, and then hit the PAT and like do a bunch of practice problems on that. Mm-hmm. Then the next day I'll do that with bio. And I'm kind of just doing that right now until I finish all the chem, which I literally, when I like joined this call, I was finishing orgo chem. So now my schedule is going to be crazy because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm just going to go through problems basically. But stuff like that.
That's good. That's good. And it's definitely a marathon, not a sprint. So, you really want to, you want to study hard. Don't get me wrong, but like, take some time to relax too. Cause you don't want to get burnt out before the exam because like that's the worst thing. So like I remember when I was studying, I think I only took like 1 full length practice DAT where I sat down for 4 hours and did it. Just because I didn't want that to get old and do it over and over again. Mm-hmm. And just get burnt out. And then when I took the exam, I wouldn't do well. So pacing yourself is definitely a big thing, but having a schedule is even bigger, like how you have things planned out. Like it doesn't really matter what your schedule is or what you're doing, as long as you have some sort of game plan that gets you through, make sure you're studying everything, you're going to be golden. Yeah,
I'm hoping so. How many like of the practice tests did you do? Like I'm going to do practice problems and I have different books, but how about the DAT bootcamp tests? Cause I haven't touched those yet.
Almost every single one. Yeah. Okay. So like when you say you focus on bio, mm-hmm. For me, that was like taking those practice tests under DAT bootcamp. I really liked those, and they ask you like tons of different types of questions, and it's just a good way to go about studying. So like keep doing what you're doing, and then maybe like halfway between now and when you take the exam, like vary that and start taking like just bumping out DAT bootcamp, because that's honestly what helped me, I think, the most. Like build yourself a foundation, which is exactly what you're doing right now, and then just put that all to practice tests and like, and I'm not saying full length practice tests if people don't understand what we're talking about, but just take like a bio section, or just take a Gen Chem section, or just a like PAT, just something like that, just to really break up the exam, but you're still kind of learning how to pace yourself throughout the exam.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. I just didn't know when I should get going. It's just so much, and it's weird just kind of like making up your own schedule. It's fun. I'm having a good time doing it. But.
Good. Yeah. And you can be as flexible as you want, which is nice. Yeah. But you're going to do just fine. You're going to crush it, and you're going to be on your way to dental school, my friend.
Oh boy.
So what schools are you looking at?
Okay. So IU is right up there because it's going to be probably my cheaper option.
Definitely. It's your in-state school.
Yeah. I'm in Indiana. I'm not too huge on the school as a whole. And I don't really think they'll have great patient pool. I've heard some people talk about it, how it's not crazy good. So
I've heard similar things. I'm not going to bash it. I'm not going to do anything.
That's what I'm thinking too. But like,
I've heard things. I don't know how true they are. I'm not going to, vouch for anybody or say anything, but yes.
So that's there. I really like UIC. I'm definitely going to be applying.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I know they don't take many in state, or out of state, so we'll see what happens there.
I'll put in a good word for you.
You better. And then I'm gonna do Marquette because I like Milwaukee a lot. I think it'd be pretty cool there. Louisville, Midwestern, in Chicago as well. I'll apply to Michigan. I don't even know if I want to go there because I've heard it's just so study heavy, and I feel like I'm already gonna be so busy as it is.
Right. So, okay. Sorry. Keep going.
I was just gonna say like Tufts and then some.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go through a couple of these because, obviously I love UIC because I go there. Yeah. But and I could talk about UIC all day long. But Marquette, that was probably my second choice.
Yeah. Cool.
I loved Marquette simply because of how warm everybody was. Like everybody was so warm and so inviting.
Yeah.
And the class, it did not seem like a very competitive atmosphere. Like everybody was working together and kind of picked up other classmates when they were down. Like that was just one thing that I really liked. It's a great looking school. Like, and you're going to get a good education there for sure. Mm-hmm. So Marquette is a great option. Tufts. I love Tufts. I went out there and interviewed, Dr. Kasberg.
Yeah.
Great guy. They have a very similar program to UIC. So the only reason why obviously I chose UIC is that was in state for me.
Yeah.
And Tufts is so much further away, but they have very similar program to UIC. So you can't go wrong with Tufts.
Mm-hmm.
Midwestern's a little interesting because I think it's simply because they have a newer program.
Right. That's what I've heard.
The biggest appeal is that, you have all new equipment and all new this and that. It's a brand new school, which is really nice, but they're still kind of figuring out their curriculum.
Right.
And I'm sure when you get an interview there, it's crazy. They had the craziest interview process.
Oh, is that the crazy one you had?
Yes. So it was, but go through it. It's still kind of fun.
Yeah. I'm definitely do it.
It's what was it called? MMA format. I forget what it was called. Multiple MMA, multiple mini interviews. So Marquette did a version of this, but it wasn't as intense.
Right.
So for Midwestern, you would go and stand outside. They had like a hallway with like little classrooms all in a row. And you would stand in front of a door and they had a prompt taped to the door. You'd have 1 minute to read it. You'd walk in and have like 6 or 7 minutes to sit down and discuss this with whoever was in there. And I'll never forget the question that I asked, and hopefully they don't ask this again. Maybe they will, and you'll have a
I hope they do, because I know what you're saying.
We'll see. And most questions are pretty basic, just standard interview questions. But this one, I got to the door and it said, please explain why, why foreign aid is a failing Western philosophy. Or it was something like that. And I'm like, what the heck? And so I walk in there and I'm like, I honestly have, didn't really know what to say. So the facilitator in there was kind of asking leading questions.
Yeah.
And at the time it was kind of when things were going on with Puerto Rico and the relief and that kind of thing. And he said, well, what do you think about the foreign aid in Puerto Rico? I don't know where, and you're going to say some stuff that's even going to surprise yourself during interviews. Right. But I'm like, well, isn't Puerto Rico like part of the United States? So it's a United States, like, state or territory. Thank you. And so it's like not technically foreign aid. He's like, bingo. He's like, you're the only one to have said that all day. But like, it's just such a strange question, and you're gonna get asked strange questions in your interviews. And we should do another podcast when you start getting interviews. We can kind of
please. Yeah.
I can give you a mock interview and have people listen in. That'd be kind of cool. Or just talk more about what to expect and
yeah.
That kind of thing. But you're gonna get asked some crazy questions, and it's more about how you deal with it, and more about how you kind of take your time, formulate an answer, and give an answer rather than saying the correct answer. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was just funky. And another thing, when I asked this to every school, is when I was interviewing, can I place implants as a student? And UIC was like literally one of the only schools that would let students place implants. That's just something I'm very interested in.
Right.
But some of the students during my tour were talking about, we had a patient come in that needed, a total mouth extraction, total mouth rehabilitation, and implants and everything. I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome. Like, did you get to do that? And they're like, no, we referred him to UIC.
Oh.
So I was like, well, you just kind of made my choice for me. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
That's not to bash Midwestern or anything. It's still a great program. And
yeah,
I'm not about bashing other programs. I'm just talking about the differences between things. But
what I had heard was, I mean, like, that's probably going to be a last stop, desperation move, just because I've heard that I'd probably be able to get in there, which, I mean, like, I'm doing fine academically. I'm doing great, but like, I'm paranoid. So I'm going to throw one out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you should. And Midwestern does hold a special place in my heart because that was the first school that got back to me saying I got in. Really? So I remember I was sitting through biochem and I was walking out and I looked at my phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, well, I knew I was going to be a dentist, but awesome. And it's a newer program. They have brand new equipment, which is awesome. So, I mean, there's pros and cons to every program. You just kind of have to weigh everything. Right. I think what's nice about Midwestern, if I remember correctly though, is that they have a like set tuition. So it doesn't matter whether you're in state or out of state. It's the same tuition, which is kind of nice.
Cool. Yeah.
But that's a solid group of schools, my friend. I think you're definitely gonna, get into a lot of those. UIC, IU, Marquette, Midwestern, Tufts, all great programs. And I interviewed at Marquette, I interviewed at Midwestern, I interviewed at Tufts and UIC. But I tell you, Indiana,
so weird,
was the only one that didn't give me an interview, even though I went to their undergrad program, but they still considered me out of state.
Yeah, that's so crazy. That blows my mind.
I'm salty, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It all worked out in the end. But sweet dude. What else? So you have the DAT going on this summer.
Mm-hmm.
You doing any shadowing?
Yeah, I was at the Panama trip for a week at the end of May, early May.
Okay, so we'll come back to shadowing. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
I think that's really interesting, and I don't know a ton about it actually. I just saw the picture on Instagram. So you went to Panama and did some dentistry, huh? Yeah,
it was awesome. It was with a group called Global Medical Brigades. It's a club at IU. Madison was there too. She was kind of like the leader for our team.
That's cool.
It's like a global company that they have placed stations in almost everywhere. Nicaragua, Panama, Ghana we could have gone to.
Right.
They're everywhere. And their aim is not to like just provide aid, but find a way to provide aid while like making the community self-sustainable.
Right.
Which is like the biggest goal. So we went with 23 IU kids who were all pre-dental, pre-optometry, pre-farm, pre-PA, pre-med, all this different stuff, and went down to a place in Panama called the Darien Providence. Yeah. And it's like on the far east side of Panama. So, Panama City looks like a great city when you come in, and then it gets really rural really quick. And the highway that they have is only like 2 years old. So you've got all these communities and like a bunch of indigenous communities that just now got access to all this stuff. And
wow.
Yeah, their healthcare program isn't amazing, where you could go to a hospital in the city and they could be like, well, we just don't have the medication. So,
right.
So going there, we brought toothbrush, toothpaste, all kinds of different stuff, eyeglasses, all the medication like they would need and stuff, and set up in like these communities and saw over 900 people as they came in. And we had just different stations from medical, pharmacy, and then dental, which was cool, but like everybody was supposed to rotate around. So you got to see every station, and
right.
That's cool. I would love everybody to see everything, but I came down there for the dental. So the first day I was at the dental clinic, and I loved it. We were just in a classroom. There was 2 dentists. One of them spoke English, and they would like do extractions. I'd help with them. And then we'd give fluoride to kids and do like these teeth brush things and brush their teeth for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, I was a little nervous going in because I was like, what if I don't like this? I need to rethink everything. And I ended up just loving it. I like was skipping lunches just to like keep helping the doctors because they were just going nonstop because they had to get through all these people.
Right.
And yeah, it was just a great day. And we did that for 3 days. And then we did like a 4th day of just like kind of dental and giving everybody fluoride at a different community. So the first day I was doing dental the whole time, which was amazing. And then the second day I was in pharmacy, but I kind of just snuck off to the dental every once in a while and kind of got yelled at. But like pharmacy had nothing going on, so I'm not going to not help where I need. So that's what I was doing. And yeah, and then the 3rd day I was doing dental as well. And then 4th day just doing fluoride and for all these kids and adults. And it was just really, really cool. It was a good experience. I loved every second of it.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. So,
go ahead. Sorry.
Well, we were just there for 7 days. And then like first day was travel in and it took all day. And then it was like a 4-hour bus ride to the community. And then we were in like this hotel place and eating chicken and rice every single day. And then it was a really cool experience. I loved every second of it. So,
hey, you still want to be a dentist?
Yes, I do.
Okay. That's so cool. And talk about something to write about in your personal statement and put on your resume like that.
The 2 dentists personally said I was like the most helpful and I'm going to be a great dentist. And that's just something that's what I was working for. Cause I don't know, makes me feel good. So
absolutely.
I have something else to write about now and yeah, some cool experiences.
Awesome. What kind of procedures were they doing? Like extractions? Like what else were they doing?
They weren't doing any restorative. It was just they could come in, they could get a cleaning with like I don't know what the tool's called. It's the water pick where they like pick at the gum line and water shoots out and it's always like drowning the patient.
Avatron.
Yeah, that. So they had one of those. So that was taking a long time. And then the kids would get like their teeth would get scrubbed by us and then get fluoride. But if they need an extraction, they had to get it. Or if they had any like carie, they had to get it out.
Right.
They wouldn't be there for like ever. So
right.
And so we had basically just extractions and then the machine thing. But that broke down a couple times. So then we were just backlogged and it was crazy. Yeah. So nothing other than, I mean, we did see one wisdom teeth go, which was pretty cool.
That's neat.
Yeah. And then we had like an old man whose tooth broke at the gum line while they were taking it out. So they was digging the root out for a while. And yeah, it was brutal.
Cool.
Yeah, I was having a great time.
That's going to be a great story, especially for interviews too, man. That's going to be a great talking point. I wish I would have actually done that during undergrad, but maybe when I'm actual dentist style.
Yeah, you could probably be more help than we were.
But still, like that's such a great experience. Like that's super cool to not only confirm your passion for dentistry and make, you confirm that you're on the right path, but also give back to other countries like that. That's super cool. Yeah. Super cool. Well, good. I'm glad you had a great time on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, back to shadowing. So you did your trip. What other shadowing are you doing?
Oh yeah. So like immediately when I got home, I drove because I flew in Indy, drove to Fort Wayne, got home. Nobody was there. I didn't have like my parents were at work, so I couldn't talk to anybody. So I just went straight to the dental office and talked to all of them. And then my dentist was telling me about the service opportunity we had like literally 2 days away where it's called Missions of Mercy. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's like called Moms.
Okay. It sounds familiar.
They go around the country and they just set up they had 100 different dental chairs in all these different sections. And then like people donate to them and stuff for all this medical care. And so I was assisting at that for 13 hours between the 2 days. I only left because I had to come here and study for this.
Right.
But that was crazy too. So they had everything going on. They had extractions, restoratives, crowns. They even had dentures being made there, which was
wow.
But yeah,
that's nuts, dude.
Other than that, I haven't done any shadowing that's not service since a while. Not a while, but like a couple months. But I already have my requirements, and I'm gonna continue to do it whenever I'm home. So
right, awesome. I love love hearing how hard you're working. That's awesome. It's going to show, and it's going to, it's going to come out when you apply and when you interview. Like that's
I'm hoping
cool.
so.
That's super cool. Oh, well, I mean, I really don't have any other questions. Is there anything else going on this summer? It doesn't have to be dental related.
No, other than the scuba trip, that's what I'm doing.
Awesome.
I'm excited for that. Yeah. Test out my new BCD that I got.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Basically free.
Yeah. Have you used it at all yet?
I used it once in the pool, but I wasn't going to keep bringing it back and forth, but
yeah,
it works. So.
Did you, does it work well?
Yeah, I love it. I like the back inflation.
Yeah. So how does that feel?
Oh, it's so much easier to stay like horizontal than when you have the jacket that just kind of wants to bring you up.
Right.
The only thing is when you're on the surface, it wants to keep pushing you forward. So you just got to flip all the way to your back.
Right.
And then it's fine.
Yep. I'm getting my a girlfriend certified when we go to Key West.
Yeah.
When we were stopping in to get her signed up, I was looking at the Hydrus Pro. Dude, I want that one so bad. It's so expensive.
Oh my gosh, no.
But I really like how it has your Octo. It's built into your low pressure inflator, which is really cool. So you don't have to worry about an extra, tube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And I need a dive computer, and I want to, set of golf clubs like I want so much right now. But bank account is a little low.
Right. I was also thinking Marquette because I'm a huge Milwaukee Brewers fan.
Yeah.
Anytime I can find time to go to a game, that would be great because they're like $15.
Absolutely. A great stadium, and I think it's not too far from Marquette either. So
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So
when are you going to a game this summer? Isn't it you said?
Yeah, I'm going to 2.
Okay.
At the end of June, Buddy and I are going. We're going up north to, I think it's like June 20th and 21st. We're going to 2 of them, like a Thursday and a Friday. So we'll probably be passing through Chicago. Yeah,
dude, let me know. I'd love to show you around the school if you want, and give you a little tour and show you what kind of things you can do even as like a D1 student. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
If we have the time, we'll definitely make that work.
Heck yeah, man.
So, all right. Well, that's it for me. Glad we got to, catch up, and glad to hear things are going so well, and that you're going to be so ready for the DAT and so ready for dental school.
I hope so.
You're on top of things. You just have to stay sane a little longer and get through the DAT.
Yeah.
And then you can really relax.
I can't imagine what senior year is going to be like when I'm not thinking about getting into dental school.
I know.
It's either better or it's going to be worse because I'm not in.
It is tough. Like junior year, you're stressed because you have so much going on, and you're preparing everything to apply. The summer is a little stressful because you got DAT and application. Mm-hmm. Then pretty much your first semester of senior year again is kind of rough because you're trying to, you're getting interviews and you're waiting to hear back to get into school. But then like your second semester, that's a good semester because
oh gosh, can't wait.
You got in, hopefully all your main classes are done with. So you can take some fun classes. You can hit Kilroy's and all the other bars downtown and just kind of, have a good time. So, and you definitely will. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Hopefully
I've done everything I can up to this point. It's literally just the DAT now.
Well, and you have, and that's one thing that I love to see is after being like the president of the Hoosier Dental Club, like one thing that I really preach is like getting things done early. Like you have all your letters done, you have your DAT pretty much set and ready to go. You're already studying, like doing as much as you can ahead of time just really makes things easier in the long run. So,
right.
And you've done all that, which is awesome. So you're ahead of the game, my friend.
Yep.
So absolutely. And and maybe we'll be future classmates. We'll see.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be awesome.
We'll see.
Show me the ropes around the school.
Oh, dude. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, Nick, thanks for being on the show. Thanks for catching up with me. I appreciate it. And,
thank you for having me.
Hey,
always anytime. A good time.
Yeah, we'll have to have you on again after your DAT and like maybe after you start hearing about interviews, and we'll do like a mock interview or just talk about what to expect and get you all prepared for that.
Right. Okay, cool. So, that sounds good, man.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for being on the show, and we'll catch you next time.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
See ya.